Hi, my name is Dustin Goodpaster, and today I'm going to share with you some of my design choices in creating my infographic, The Modern Space Race: Who's Dominating Today's Space Industry? This infographic aims to highlight changes in the modern space race over the last decade, from competition between countries and various space agencies, to the private sector becoming a major player in the global stage. The layout follows a logical progression. It starts with who's launched the most rockets, then moving on to who's spent the most. Then it shows the rise of private industry, and finally ending with a look at future missions. For my visual choices, first there's the bar graph, which uses rockets with flames to represent the number of space launches per country. It uses the flags for the country or the space agency, such as the European Space Agency. It uses the European Union flag. I designed the graph to be visually engaging while effectively communicating a large amount of information at a glance. For spending, I used a pie chart to show each country's budget over the last 10 years with easy-to-read percentages. I also used a line graph comparing NASA's budget with the private sector here in the United States. This clearly shows how Boeing and SpaceX have either surpassed or are overtaking NASA in their budget. For an isotype, I created a visual with 4 out of 5 rockets highlighted to represent how SpaceX has accounted for roughly 78% of all the space launches in the United States. In 2022, this reinforces the shift towards private industry in a simple way. For the color scheme, I chose a complementary color scheme following the 60-30-10 rule using blue, yellow, and red, which creates for contrast and keeps the infographic visually balanced. For typography, I used 2 fonts, just one bold and one regular, for readability and consistency throughout the infographic. Lastly, I used alignment, center alignment, with elements balanced on either side of a dividing line down the middle. It just creates symmetry and it's easier to read. One of the things that I gained from the peer feedback was my lack of an isotype, so I included that and restructured things a little bit for readability. In conclusion, this infographic tells a story. It starts by showing the overall budget and launches over the last decade, leading into the progression of private industry, and it shows how private industry is dominating the space race today, and it points towards the future, which shows the future missions and what we can expect to see from space travel over the next decade. Thank you.